Hey there, welcome to Extra Healthyish, the big sister podcast to Healthyish. This podcast from Body+Soul is designed to give you that little bit extra in your day for your mind and body and soul. I'm your host, Felicity Harley. Well, it is summer. How good is this time of year? Christmas is fast approaching, and I felt like it was time we revisited skin, makeup, and looking our best for this fabulous time of year. Max May is Australia's leading celebrity makeup artist. He's got this beautiful signature effortless it girl style, and basically that's made him famous. He regularly works with the likes of Jesinta, Campbell, Lara Bingle, Elle Ferguson and Sarah Murdoch. I wanted to get him on today to talk about maintaining healthy skin throughout summer, and also he shares the one thing women and men should do more of when it comes to skin health. Max, thank you so much for coming on Extra Healthyish. Now, actually, one question I ask everyone who comes on this podcast: how do you stay extra healthyish in your daily life?
I like to exercise. Exercise is a big focus for me. I train in a gym, and then I generally will run or I'll walk. There's a couple of tracks around the harbour here, which I love to do. I do them on my own, and I generally don't do them with any music or anything. I like to hear nature. I grew up in the country and in the hills of around Byron Bay area, so I'm a little bit of a hippie. So I do like that, yeah. So that would probably be the thing. That would be my indulgence in being healthy. Yeah.
I do love that, though. There's something meditative about running in nature with no music. Healing, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. Just the sound of the trees or the animals, the birds.
Yeah.
Just silence sometimes. I mean, I live in a world where we're constantly talking, surrounded by people talking. I'm very in people's faces, their emotions. So it's nice to be out there and just removed from that, just to have a little bit of a moment, just to
kickstart the day or whenever, or close off the day whenever you do it. Now, we're talking about skin, maintaining healthy skin through summer. How do we do this? What are your top tips?
Top tips. I mean, the true glow from within is the real glow. That's the glow that everybody notices. That's the one that I am definitely very into and very passionate about. So for me, it's definitely about keeping my collagen intakes up and making sure that I'm getting that through the day and making sure that I'm getting the right amount to actually make the difference in my skin. And I think that is something that everybody needs to know about, that there does take a required amount if you're taking a collagen to actually get those differences. Skincare is definitely another one. I'm really big in skincare, not only just for myself. I mean, I'm starting to get older now. So,
aren't we all?
It is a big focus for me because I am noticing things are changing. So, just finding that balance, right, between my inner health, making sure that I'm getting the right vitamins and minerals from the food, making sure I'm getting the right water, making sure that I'm getting my healthy care collagen intake, making sure that I'm balancing that on the surface with my skincare, and keeping my skin, really active and plump and fresh. So they're my biggest focuses. And then going into my makeup, definitely skincare is such a big deal for me. I mean, to get that ultimate complexion, I mean, it really helps when a girl comes in and she does have a really good inner beauty routine, and that she does look after her skin. But I mean, a lot of it I do have to do on set. So I do rely a lot on my skincare that I have, my skincare knowledge, to get that skin looking glorious before I even start putting makeup on. Okay,
let's rewind a bit. Let's talk about ingestible beauty, actually, because I think this is obviously such a big area at the moment. A lot of people have questions. What does it actually look like when you take collagen? How much do you take in a day, and what's your view on ingestible beauty?
Sure. My knowledge from collagen comes from before inner beauty was even a topic of conversation. I mean, nobody talked about it. It was kind of a bit weird and funny. But so I've learned over the years the amount that you need to take to actually get the reaction, because I had basically a trauma in my life which was not working for me and it was reacting in my skin. So it is, you need to get that 5,000 milligrams a day in, and then you need to get your little boosters in through the week, which Healthcare has these amazing little vitamin boosters, which has collagen in there, vitamin C, and a few other bits and pieces to help your body retain it. And that just makes sure that you're getting that level of collagen to actually see a difference. Because there's one thing in taking it, and there's one thing in actually getting a difference or making changes to the skin. So that is super important. I'm just popping it in my smoothies, in my coffee, on my cereals. It's super easy just to take in into your daily routine.
And what about water? How much water do you drink?
Gosh. Okay, I'm really thirsty.
Come on, hit me with it. Do you drink?
In a lot of ways. But, I was always told that it was 3 liters that, you needed of water. And then I mentioned briefly before, I had a little bit of a change within my system in my late 20s, which is about 15, 16 years ago. And my naturopath at the time gave me a ratio per weight. So my amount of water that I drink a day is 5 liters.
What? That is a lot.
Yeah, totally. I know.
Are you going to the toilet all the time?
Yeah. Well, I exercise a lot.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I have these really cool glass bottles, which are always around my house.
Yes. They look great, listeners. They look like ones you buy from the $2 shop.
They are from IKEA.
Oh, well, there we go.
They're $1.99, and I bought 12 of them. I fill them up with water. I have one or two next to my bed, next to the TV, wherever I'm sitting, and I'm constantly drinking. But I am someone that is always thirsty. So, for me, it's not too hard. Do I always get to 5 liters? No, probably not. But am I drinking, 3-4 liters? Yeah, minimum. Yeah, and it is super important. And I do notice the difference in my skin when I am drinking a lot of water.
We'll be back after this short break with more from Max. What about food? You do a lot of celebrities, you do influencers, makeup. What are you seeing any common threads of what people eat and what their skin looks like, or what's the impact of food that you see on their skin?
Sure. I think it's just balance, really. It is just about balance. Like, everybody has a different idea of what they're doing, or they have they'll say that there's something that works better for them. I think what it comes down to when I listen to everybody rattle off their diets or rattle off their routines, it's about balance, Like, I find that if I am drinking lots of water, if I'm getting my collagen intake, my skincare routine is, getting that 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it is a day to put my skincare on, I also feel better. And that does show and that does shine through. I think it's just about finding that balance, making sure that you're getting all your right greens in, making sure you're eating your vegetables, you're eating your salad. We've all heard it before. We know when we're doing it, we know when we're not.
Yeah,
we all
absolutely.
have different ways of doing it, but really, you just know. And it's about listening to yourself.
You do work on so many different faces and skin types. What is one thing you wish women and men did more of when it comes to skin health?
Sure. I do wish that they would take more collagen. I do wish that they would think that was more serious and more important to their body functioning correctly, so that their hair is healthier, that their skin is shinier, their nails are stronger, clearer eyes, all of those things. Exfoliation.
So easy. No, let's talk about it again. Yes.
Yeah, just getting that skin really smooth and that texture right, removing that dead skin so that your skincare can penetrate better, your skin looks shinier, looks fresher, your makeup goes on more evenly. And I think water. There's nothing worse
to water.
than somebody who's dehydrated. Those dry, crinkly lips, there's nothing I can do about those. There's nothing I can do. You can put lip primers on, but they don't really fill in that. So if you are dehydrated, it's super hard for me to cover that or to disguise that.
Yeah. What about makeup? What do you wish we did, or women, I suppose, specifically did more when it comes to makeup?
Just not be scared to play with it. I years ago started a beauty blog because I was annoyed. I have a lot of friends that are beauty editors, but I was annoyed at beauty editors and how they always started everything with a negative. And I feel like that builds fear in people to experiment and to try things. And that, as a makeup artist, annoys me. Makeup's to make you feel great. You should start with a positive. You should start with the thing that you love. Do that first, and then work your way back down to the things that you don't like. And you'll find by the time you get to that, you won't even need to do anything to it because you'll be looking great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Experimentation. I mean, I think, as we were saying before, I mean, listeners, you know, I went on Sunrise for 10 years, and I think having different people experiment with different types of makeup was actually a really great thing, because then I thought, oh, I actually don't look too bad with, you know, blue eyeshadow, which I would never do before, or whatever it may be.
And you just said that you tried the new brow trend, which was the wax or the soap, pushing your brows off. How did that make you feel, just to try something new?
Well, good. So we talked to listeners on Healthyish about the trends of the season. Actually, we can quickly touch on those again. And one of them is the brows. And if you go to Max's Instagram page, his brows on that page are just phenomenal. So I gave my brows a little go at trying to fluff them up. What's the correct terminology for that? Fluff them up?
Yeah, fluff them up. You can laminate them, is when you kind of flatten them. But ultimately, yeah, you're just brushing the hairs straight up. So it opens up the eye. It generally will make your brows look a lot stronger and show them just in a different shape and light.
Yeah, I liked it. I think for me, it opened up my eyes because my eyes tend to be smaller. So anything that helps with that is great.
Totally. It's very lifting. It's like you can give your eyes a mini eye lift by just brushing the hair straight up. It's really quite effective.
So
I love
cheap
it.
And
One
easy.
of my favorite parts to do. Yeah.
What are your top 5 beauty products every woman should use?
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe you don't have to give me 5, just a few.
So hard to choose. Okay, definitely taking your collagen. That's one. Definitely always water. Number 2, exfoliating. I know I keep going on about it, but please get everyone started exfoliating. A really good skincare routine. But when I say good, just super simple. Something with hyaluronic that's super hydrating, something that's a little bit thicker, like an oil or a cream that's going to trap that in, that's going to nourish the skin. And then I think probably the last would be, what would it be makeup-wise that I would probably, brows, yes, we already talked about that, but skin focus, probably like a good foundation. So something that's got a little bit of a dewiness to it, a little bit of a radiance to it, whether it's a BB or whether it's a fuller coverage, but just something that has a little bit of a dewy or a radiant finish to it. It's just going to give your skin that kind of luminosity.
Yeah, that's what we all want, that glow. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, just lastly, I mean, you've been in this business for 15 odd years, about that. You do a lot of influencers and celebrities and the like. What are some of your career highlights?
I think probably the biggest, or the first one that springs to mind would be getting my first Australian Vogue cover when I came back to Australia from overseas.
Who was that?
It was Abby Cornish.
The beautiful Abby Cornish.
And I was, I think, the youngest creative hair and makeup artist that had it at the time.
Oh, congratulations.
And that was pretty exciting. And soon after that, I got a Harper's cover, and I continued working for both of the magazines, which was unheard of at the time. You either had to choose or you were chosen, I guess. But I had or was building such a great rapport with different celebrities here that I was getting requested. So that for me was probably a really it meant a lot. That not that I was doing those covers, but I actually was making an effect on somebody or people that they wanted me there, that they were fighting for that. That probably was another one, and it continues to be every day. I know it sounds weird, but every day is great. That I feel great because I'm able to keep working. That I am being requested. That people do want me to be there. So every day is a highlight because for us, it's not like I have a job per se where someone's employed me. Every day is like the first day of work.
What a great career, though.
The fact that people keep asking me to come back, I'm able to do and be creative, work around creative people that inspire me. I'm able to travel. So yeah, the highlight continues every day.
Oh, I love that. Well, Max, thank you so much for coming on our podcast, and it was lovely chatting to you.
Cheers, bye.
Well, there you have it. The top tips from the celebrity makeup artist guru himself. I know the two I'm walking away with. It's the brows. Get the brows right and go the blush. Oh, it doesn't blush. It just lifts your face. It just makes you feel happy, strong, confident. Anyway, I digress. If you want more makeup tips, make sure you jump on to bodyandsoul.com.au or follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Thanks again for joining us as always. And if you have a moment, we'd be so grateful if you could rate, review and subscribe to this podcast. And until tomorrow, stay extra healthy-ish.